How do we give disabled people credit where credit is due without it falling into that inspiration narrative trap? This is honestly such an amazing question. I definitely agree that we as disabled people deserve credit for navigating the inaccessible world that we do because yeah, it's super difficult. However, in my experience, the inspiration narrative comments I receive don't reference me navigating an inaccessible world. They refer to me dealing with my disability itself. For example, the comment I referenced in the previous video said something like, if I only had the use of one arm and hand, I don't know how I'd be so independent. That is directly referencing how they would navigate my embodiment, not my environment. The main difference is, like, yes, I am forced to navigate both my embodiment and my environment. However, there are a lot of things we can change in our environment to make it easier and more accessible for us, but our embodiment is much more complicated. And if we're talking about embodiment, that puts the onus on the disabled person to change, not the society in which we live. Additionally, I do think the tone and words used in such comments matter. Back to the previous comment I was addressing, the use of the word strong kind of gives into that whole inspiration narrative vibe. But again, since this is a form of benevolent ableism, it's tricky because these people do have good intentions and there are definitely worse things that they could be saying about disabled people, obviously. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't point it out or talk about it though, because the only way for people to be aware of why this is harmful is to do those things. In summary, I would say there's definitely a difference between praising a disabled person for navigating their embodiment versus their environment, and the tone and words used in these comments matter.